Robots. Robots. Turns out robots can be more than just the main way to try to take over the human race or advertise the fact that you have a seafood restaurant. They can actually do something like encourage kids to learn more about programming and engineering. I recently had a chance to meet up with a couple of the representatives of the REC to learn more about this. I'm here with Matt, and you are with the REC Foundation?
That's correct.
So what exactly is it? I know it is RECORD, but I'm pretty sure it means something different to you guys.
It's the Robotics Education and Competition Foundation. We are a 501c3 nonprofit group, and we're very proud to be able to host the world's largest middle school and high school robotics competitions on the planet, and elementary, as well as we also have VEX University teams.
Wow.
We have over 12,000 teams in 34 countries in all 50 U.S. states. So we're very excited to be able to start a lot of teams. This is our third year in Tennessee. Last year we had 50 some odd teams. We hope to grow, like neighboring states like Georgia have over 300.
Yeah.
So
guys, we need to represent here. I mean, we can't let everybody else, start taking on the robots alone. But that was one question I had. Is it ethical to be putting kids up against these robots? I mean, it seems a little one-sided. I mean, I'm putting the money on the robots. Sorry.
Well, I think the kids have a one-up on the robots because they can take them apart.
Oh, yeah, good point.
And they can control them and program them.
Yeah.
The robots they're not where they're sentient beings yet. It's not Star Trek yet.
Yeah.
So maybe someday, but maybe getting close, but not yet. And if anybody are going to make those kinds of robots, it's going to be these kids that are going to design those robots to do that.
I've already been asking them if they can build me a robotic cameraman, because I need somebody to keep this thing pointed at me when I'm talking. So I've got the winning team. They're going to look into that for me.
That's a great design challenge.
Yeah.
And the technologies for the VEX Robotics, all the technologies are there to do exactly that. It's there. So now you have a problem you identified, and now you have a solution, and now the challenge is out there for these schools to do that for you.
See, I'm helping already. I like that. So I know I got to see a little bit of the competition earlier. Now, there is a short time when the robots are running all on their own, correct?
Right.
So that means that these kids have to learn how to program, then they have to learn how to build, or is it the other way around? These are all skills that they have to use.
Not necessarily in either one order. Some of the kids are interested in the programming, and that's all they do.
Yeah.
Some of the kids that want the building just want to do the building. Some of them want to do both.
Yeah.
So we have multiple events through the years, throughout the school year, and every event they go to, competition, they get a little better, they go back and reprogram and redesign and rebuild. Engineering is about testing and redesigning, and they could go to 5 or 6 or more events in Tennessee, and we'll have those this year.
Yeah.
And they go to one event and they look at another team's robot and go, I can do that. Let's go back and do that and get ideas. So
yeah, because I know some of the teachers that I spoke to in a little bit were mentioning to me that they had been involved 1 year and they were already winning their first competitions.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, that's amazing, because I can't succeed the first time I do anything. I am definitely a retester sort of person.
Well, some of that can be attributed to Brentwood, the school academy where we're at right now. Their second year last year won the design award, which is the second top. We have excellence and then design.
Yeah.
It's the second top award that we have, and both of those exceed our first place competitions.
Wow.
So for first place, that's really attributed to the business community in Tennessee, because at each one of these events, the kids get to go to and talk to the engineers, and they have to take their design notebooks and they document what they do every day, and then they go and then they talk to the engineers and they do a presentation. And that's very grueling. The kids are very excited to go and talk about their robots. But the reason the students did that and did so well with that goes to the business community and industry locally here. They really help those kids prepare for that.
Wow.
I mean, to win the second top award in 34 countries on your second year is quite something.
That is very impressive. So, this is a great opportunity for everybody to give back to the community and for the kids to really learn something. And I also understand that the REC Foundation has a lot of ways to help a new team get started. Isn't that right?
Oh, absolutely. On our website, I don't know if it's up here. It is here someplace.
We're going to put it at the bottom of the screen.
Excellent.
It's sort of small here.
It's roboticseducation.org. And on that site, we have scholarship opportunities for students for different universities and how those get built even locally. So if we have some universities out there, they want these kids. These are the kids that the universities are seeking that are doing this. Then they are light years ahead of students not doing the programming and designing and building. These are things that have been typically held for junior and seniors years of college in engineering. And these kids are starting and doing it in elementary school all the way up through high school. So these kids are well sought after. So, some universities in Tennessee would like to see more scholarships for that.
Absolutely.
We have grant opportunities on the website. Several of them through the REC Foundation and NASA have grants right now for teams to start. So those are going to go very quickly. They've just opened a week or so ago, and I understand there's already several applications for those, and we're going to be going through and processing those very soon. So if teachers are out there in schools, go on roboticseducation.org. Click under for participants, and you'll see that.
About here.
That's right about there.
Here.
Yep, and apply for those immediately.
All right. Well, sir, thank you so much. Not just for talking to me today, but for being a part of this. It sounds like a great opportunity. I really wish something like this had been around when I was a kid.
Oh,
maybe I would have been a smarter man than I am today.
Oh, I don't know about that. We're required to grow old, not grow up. So
yeah, that's a good point.
And we're always looking for volunteers to help judge at events and referee. So if we have folks out in the community that like to come and help, on our website there's a place to sign up for volunteers and come and enjoy the fun with us and help these kids.
Yeah, you could just tell just from the moment I walked in and I saw the kids beating the teachers. They were having so much fun today, and not just the kids, but the teachers were having a blast too. So guys, check out the website, get involved. This is a great opportunity. And Matt, thank you again for taking a moment to talk to me today.
You're so welcome. Thank you for coming out.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, we're from Collierville, Tennessee, Collierville High School Dragon Robotics, and we're here to learn about VEX robotics. We've done VEX a little bit in the classroom and wanted to know how we could grow our program and how we could get more students involved.
So how long have you guys been involved, or is this your first year too?
Well, last year we participated in TSA State VEX, which was kind of a just thrown together program, it seemed like, by what everybody said here. So, but we had experience with building robots and programming them, so we weren't totally just in the dark when it came to VEX.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I think that was pretty obvious because you guys were the victors in today's little match.
Yeah.
So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
We're looking forward to being able to sponsor some events, and we're going to be hosting a teacher training in November, and then we'll be hosting 2 tournaments, one in January and one in February for West Tennessee, and we hope everybody starts their VEX programs and that we're able to be the catalyst for that.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I got Dylan with me now. And Dylan, how long have you been a part of the foundation?
Well, it's a tricky question. Actually, I competed in VEX when I was a senior, and then I competed for 2 years at the college level, and I made it to the world event every year.
Wow.
And after that, I became an intern for the REC Foundation. Just recently, in January, I came on full-time as a regional sport manager.
So you really started off at the in school, and you turned it into a full career. That's
Absolutely.
amazing.
Yep. I learned it in school, and then I loved it, and I couldn't let it go. Changed my career path, so I just tried to stay with it.
What were you looking at before that?
So actually, before I started VEX at all, I wanted to be a car mechanic.
Okay.
And then I started VEX, and then it turned me. I wanted to be in robotics and IT. So I got my degree in network administration.
Yeah.
And then I turned on to the internship, and now I'm here.
One thing I was talking to about with Matt off camera was how much students can come together or something like this. I found that amazing. I mean, that you could take kids who normally would have nothing in common and this makes lifelong friends.
Oh, absolutely. And that's one of the biggest things. Kids don't realize it. But at these competitions they're going to, a soft skill they're learning is they're being social. They're forced to be social, but they don't see it. They just want to, you're my partner, so I just want to talk to you. I just want to find out about your robot. And then that starts conversation. And then you start talking about who you're competing against, and you talk to them. And these kids come from, especially at our world event, they come from all over, all the different countries. We're in 34 different countries, I think. And they come all together and they have to talk all the different languages. And it's a blast. They love it. And
what all is involved in a competition?
All right, so generally when students get to a competition at the day, what they'll do is they'll go through what's called qualification matches. And it'll be a number of maybe 6 matches you'll get to go. Each event's a little different on the number you get. It's based on time and how many students are there. But you get, say, 6 qualification matches, and you're going to compete in them all day, qualification rounds, and you don't know who your partner is going to be until you get there the morning of the event, and they say, here's the schedule. So then you compete and you score and you win and you lose, and that establishes a rank. As soon as that finishes, everybody has an equal amount of playtime. We go into what's called elimination rounds and alliance selection. So the top 8 teams in a normal event will pick 2 partners. So there'll be 3 team alliances to compete against one another in an elimination bracket. An elimination bracket is best of 3. So basically, a lot of times it's the second half of the day. And most of the teams get to play into it.
So, wow. And like I said, when I got here before, I was able to film a little bit of the competition. And we were talking about how there was the autonomous time. And what is that in the competition?
All right, so an autonomous period is when the students have to program the robots to drive itself and use sensors and variable values to do something. They can't be holding their joystick and driving, and won't allow them. It's all what they coded.
Now, one thing I found really impressive was, the students beat the teachers in today's skirmish match, but their autonomous component wasn't functioning properly, was it?
It wasn't. And if you notice, you watched the video, the teachers had an autonomous.
I'm showing that now.
And they had when they did score, they won every time. But their autonomous messed up, so it cost them the match.
So it's really important, but at the same time, you can go in with, say, what looks like something against you, but you can turn it around just
absolutely.
as fast.
You never know what's going to happen.
And is the competition always moving the ball to the goal, or are there different goals in each one?
So every year there's a new competition. So this year's game for middle school and high school students is what you just seen. It's called Nothing But Net. And this is this year's game. In April, at our World Championship, we release next year's game. So it's an entire year of a new game. And that's
nobody can ever. They can plan ahead, but they can't.
They have no.
What you used last year may not apply to next year.
Exactly.
That is amazing. Okay, so what's been some of the competitions in the past?
Oh man, we've had all kinds of stuff. A couple of years ago, we had a game called Toss Up, and it was beach balls that had weighted sand in it, and it had buckyballs that they had to score into goals. We've had cylinders that they had to score into pipe goals. There were cylinders and there were spheres, which negated and doubled, and so you had it was different objects. A couple years ago, we had what was called Sack Attack, where it was basically cornhole sacks. They had to score on a trough in the middle of the field. And then last year was called Skyrise, and the students had to build a robot that could build a Skyrise component. Basically, there were these yellow cones, and they could stack it up, and it would go 7 feet high almost, some of the robots. And then they had to take cubes and score it on top of their Skyrise that basically they built.
Wow, so I'm sorry, my brain just broke trying to picture robots doing that. And these are, high school kids, elementary students.
Absolutely.
These are people half my age, and God, I feel old right now saying that are doing some amazing work.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I'm going to put up the link again that Matt mentioned, roboticseducation.org. So here you can learn more about the organization. You can learn how to become a member or how to volunteer.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else that we might need to know?
Just my contact information is on that page.
And that's how I reached them.
Under staff profiles, and you'll see me. I'm here for Tennessee, and I do other states, so get a hold of me.
All right. Well, Dylan, thank you so much for letting me come out and film all this today. It's been so much fun for me watching, and I got here at the end of it.
You got here at the end.
Yeah. If I've been here all day, wow, that sounds
I can't even tell you how much fun it is just to watch this happen.
You've seen the excitement of what teachers did, right?
Yeah.
This is the only teacher training I've ever done where we have to push the teachers out the door and say, it's time to go, time
Yeah,
to go.
it really was. Okay, everybody, time to pack up.
Yes.
And
They don't wanna
everybody
stop.
packed up.
So think about it. If the teachers feel like that, think what the students feel like.
Yeah, and another thing I thought was amazing is like we're in Brentwood, Tennessee right now. We had a group come in from Memphis. That's not a short drive.
Knoxville.
Knoxville?
Teachers from
Yeah.
2 or 3 teachers from Knoxville.
Yeah, I mean, they just, they came, they brought their students. One of them won. They were thrilled. So, Dylan, I mean, just thank you so much for everything that you guys are doing. And I look forward to seeing more from this. And I'm definitely going to try to find ways to become involved myself.
I appreciate
So
that.
thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
coming out.